Hey guys, Mr. Guyman again. I hope you're all still practicing good social distancing. I hope you're all doing well, and I can't wait to see you guys back in the classroom. Okay, this is gonna be our third project out of paper templates from home. Again, we're using paper templates, and we're using paper, ruler, pencil, scissors, and tape. Okay, and why are we using those things? Because those are things that are readily available at your home. Again, I don't want you guys to have to leave your house to go find materials. I want you guys to be able to make everything in home, okay? This lesson is gonna be on vases, okay? We're gonna be making vases, okay? This is done by Macy. This is done by Kaylee. These two are done by Caitlin. And this one was done by Colby. Okay? Your vase has to be at least 12 inches high. Has to be at least 12 inches tall. Why? Because you guys are just sitting at home. Might as well make something cool, right? So, at least 12 inches high. The higher you go, the more points you can get, right? So, if you go up a foot, good. If you can go up 2 feet to 3 feet, awesome. I want to see you guys it. That's my challenge to you. The assignment is 12 inches. That's what you have to do, but I want to see if you guys can go taller than 12 inches, okay? So, why do we make vases, right? What is the purpose of a vase? The purpose of the vase, once we made a vase, we were able then to transport water and goods long distances, right? What else is the purpose of a vase? It looks good. It's decoration. It can hold flowers. But what else is the purpose of a vase? Back in the Greek and Roman times, they hold goods, they transported goods, and they also told the history through their stories on the outside of their pots through terra sigillata paintings. Okay, so vases aren't just something pretty to look at and hold plants in or flowers. Okay, they told stories, they told the history of life, and they helped transport goods and water long distances. That's the purpose of vases. Okay, and that's why we make vases. Okay. So again, we're going to start with a piece of paper, scissors, ruler, pencil, and tape. I'm going to show you guys the very first way to make a vase. Okay? Very first way. This is the easiest, basic, simplest way to make a vase. All you're going to do is take your piece of paper and fold it in half. Now again, in beginning ceramics, we already did this when we made our templates for our coil pots, so you guys should already know how to do this. Okay, we're just taking our ideas that we've already learned from a previous lesson, and we're just applying them to this lesson. While you're making your vase shape, you guys have to remember to use at least 3 principles and elements of art, right? For the beginners, and for the advanced, at least 5. Line, shape, form, space, color, texture, movement, balance, patterns, emphasis, unity, and variety. If your vase is out of proportion, it's not going to sit flat. It's going to be top heavy and it's going to look funny. The reason why we folded the piece of paper in half is you only have to draw one side and then cut it out. And then you have a perfect symmetrical vase on both sides. 12 inches tall. 12 inches tall. Now to create this one, we have to make the sides, okay? You have to make the sides. So you're just gonna grab another piece of paper. You're gonna cut it at least 3 inches thick. At least 3 inches thick. You're gonna start at the top. You're gonna fold that paper down along that seam. This paper will cooperate. There we go. It's a little long. Just trim off your bottom. The excess and it will sit flat. Okay, you want to do that to both sides. Okay. Now you can come set your top. Again, what is the purpose of the tape? The purpose of the tape is just like scoring and slipping, right? It's the glue that will bind the clay together. The tape is just like slip. It is the glue that will bind the clay together. Now we have a vase. You need to make your bottom though. So, to make the base, go ahead and trim around the outside, and then cut that out and then tape it to the bottom. Another vase shape that you guys can make. This way. What you want to do is cut out at least 4 pieces. Okay, cut out at least 4 pieces. Tape your edges or your seams together. And then come through and tape those edges and seams together. And then you'll have a vase that sits up, that has 4 sides to it. Another way you guys can make a vase is out of strips. We've already made a vase like this before, and that was done using coils, right? This is just like the coil pot. So if you don't want to do the vase shape, cut it out. You can do coil pot. Again, you want to start with a smaller coil on the bottom, and then you're going to start making that go up on the outside, giving it some room. Then you can start to build a vase shape out of strips, paper strips, just like you did the coil pot, just like you did the coil pot. You guys can start getting into more advanced shapes and techniques. So this one, Caitlin cut out a design, not a classic face shape, but a design. Cut 2 sections out, and then she measured down the side to figure out that opening, to seal that off, and then down that length, and then across the bottom to create a more unique vase. Okay? Something more unique than just cutting out your basic shape of a vase. And then she took it one step further. And then she started adding layers to the piece, right? She has a box in front, one in back, one on the side, and then the decoration on the top. All right? 3 different layers, 3 different vases, all stuck together to create a more unique and different shaped vase. And then Colby created something very unique and different. Still has a vase shape, but he came through and put angular lines on it to make it more interesting and unique and his own. For this assignment, I want you guys to create a vase that is about you. Okay? Again, you have to decorate this vase. Okay? You have to decorate this vase. And this vase is going to be decorated with a self-portrait of yourself. This vase is going to be decorated with a self-portrait of yourself. No, I do not want you to draw your face. I do not want you to take a picture and print it off and slap it on the outside. You have to find something that tells the story of who you are through an imagery. It is not a picture of yourself, but of something that relates to you. Okay? The astronaut. If I could be anything, I would be an astronaut. That just seems like the coolest job ever. So my self-portrait, or my image of me, would be an astronaut helmet. I want you guys to find who you are past the surface. Past the surface. If you play sports, I do not want to see you put a basketball on the outside of your vase, or a football, or a soccer ball, or a softball, or a baseball. We all know you play sports. This is something that I want you to find within yourself that identifies you for who you are, right? Or a childhood dream, right? That's my self-portrait, right? I wish I could be an astronaut, right? So again, it has to be made out of paper, has to be at least 12 inches tall. You have to decorate it with a self-portrait, but that self-portrait cannot be a picture of yourself. Again, this is not drawing class. This is not drawing class. If you cannot draw your image, one thing that you can do is find images in magazines and cut them out and collage and decorate your entire vase. Or your next assignment, or the assignments before, right? If you cannot draw, collage your work, use mixed media, find objects and place them on the outside. This is a chance and a time for you to explore your own creativity. Find images in magazines or objects around your house or outside to place on the outside. Yes, you may add extra things that are not paper to this assignment to create what you want to express through your vase. All right, all different sorts of vases, shapes, and styles. I hope you guys are practicing good social distancing. I hope you all are well. I can't wait to see your submissions. Have fun, guys.